Do you like music? Of course you do. You must listen to the Career Spot freeform music for voracious consumers of sound every Saturday night at 7. Your host, Ray Sims.
That's right.
Okay, your host is Ray Sims.
Yeah,
It is.
Shut up.
Great hurt my feelings, but I suppose
That's the Career Spot, Saturday nights at 7, only on Koop Radio. Your attendance is mandatory.
KOOP, HD1, HD3, Hornsby.
all right, thank you to This Way Out, and welcome to the ArtSpark TX Radio Hour on 91.7 FM, Co-op, HD1, HD3 Hornsby, or on the live stream at coop.org. You can turn these on. And on the ArtSpark TX Radio Hour, we provide information and advocacy by and for the disability community. And we're your hosts, April Sullivan and Celia Hughes. Hi, Celia.
Hi, April. I'm really looking forward to today.
It's so quiet in here right now.
I know, and we've never done a show with, with all these little quiet mice in the studio.
I want to mention that the views expressed here are not necessarily the views or opinions of Co-op Radio or of its board of directors, volunteer staff, or underwriters. And today is first day of April. Happy April Fool's Day, my month. Welcome. Welcome to April's month. And also, it is a National Poetry Month, as far as I understand, for all of April. And we're celebrating that with another poetry roundtable, similar to what we did on January 1st.
And we are excited to be here. We have right now 6 poets, 7 poets. I don't know, they keep multiplying. Every time I look out, there's another one. But before we get started and introduce who's in the room, our POV today is going to be very quick in honor of one of our visiting poets. I took a look at what's happening in the UK right now in disability, and they were paying tribute to a pioneer, rebel, and advocate named Maggie Davis, who passed away last week. She at the ripe old age or young age of 81. Maggie was considered one of the leading disabled activists and is really known for starting accessible housing and creating what was called Grove Road, which was a housing development that was accessible to people with disabilities. So today we're remembering Maggie, the work that she did in the UK, and encouraging all of you future disability advocates out there to write poetry.
All right. All right, so first, to my left here is our apprentice, Nathan. He's going to start us off.
Good to be with you. This will be my final apprentice, and then I will move ahead to testing and presenting a program, and I'll be one. I'll be a programmer. So anyway, I would like to share a poem with you that means a lot to me, and if this might sound a little bit corny, but as I was committing it to memory, I would get emotional. It's like a song that makes you feel something. So I'm happy to share with you from Don Blanding's book of poetry from 1941, Florida Days, the poem entitled To Florida. And if you've never taken a vacation there, do yourselves a favor. I have loved many lands and loved them well, changing chameleon fashion to the spell. To each land's colors, rhyming my heart. To each land's song, striving to be a part. To each land's life.
Did you forget the line?
To each land's life. I did.
You did. Skip to the next one.
To each land's life. Oh, shoot.
You know what? There's probably a hint that these poets in this room can give you. None of them have committed theirs to memory. They haven't even
Oh, they didn't? They didn't? Okay. Okay, well, okay.
You can read it.
Let me start over.
Okay.
Okay. Don Blanding's To Florida from the book of poetry, Florida Days. I have loved many lands and loved them well, changing chameleon fashion to the spell of each land's colors, rhyming my heart. To each land's song, striving to be a part. To each land's life, And now that fate has willed, but here my life's great dream should be fulfilled with love. And here I meet my journey's end. With great anticipation I will send my steps along your paths and ways, filling the dusks and dawns and sun-bright days. With searchings for your secrets of delight, tracing the star-flung patterns of your night. Watching the season's color as it flames across the land, learning the familiar names of wayside growing blooms, knowing the hours when white moths pillage sweets from yucca flowers. I will not give a casual love to you. I will drench my memory in your sea's rich blue and carve across my heart the cameos on clouds stark white, on skies of mauve and rose. I have loved many lands and loved them well, and because I have loved them, I have tried to tell the secrets of their beauty to responsive ears. And now I will tell their story through the years. As bit by bit, I learn your saga song, so I will pass its melodies along. Thank you.
All right. And we wanted, pardon me. We wanted to mention our exquisite corpse that we're working on throughout the show. So Celia, is it your number we're going to give out?
Yes.
Or so you can text Celia, 512-632-8897, and send her a line of poetry that we will add to our exquisite corpse that we're passing a piece of paper around, and we'll be adding some lines to it. And at the end of the show, we'll be reading that poem out loud that we've all created together in our community. And you can also go to our Facebook page, ArtSparkTX, or Instagram, and you can just comment on our post about the show today to add it there.
So give the number again.
So her number is 512-632-8897. All right, so next we have Sadie Sparks.
Hi everyone, I'm happy to be here. So my name is Sadie Sparks, spelled in this really unique way, S-A-D-Y, not S-A-D-I-E. And let's see, I am the former poet laureate of Olympia, Washington, and current poet in Austin, Texas, moved here a few years ago, and absolutely love the poetry community. I'm going to read you a poem called Silver Panic Button. And this poem is for any of us who have really struggled with mental health or anxiety, anything like that, and look to people we love and nature to help us feel better. I wrote a poem for all of us, and it's called Silver Panic Button. Okay. I am in a laboratory creating flowers for you. First, we have magnolia. Second, we have dandelion. Third, we have violet. Fourth, we have iris. Fifth, we have clover. And I am lacing them around each other, interlacing petals around a silver panic button. Your panic button is covered in flowers, and I love you, and we are dancing outside. Anytime you feel your heart beginning to race, your hands beginning to shake, know the panic button is right here, is a garden, is alive and pulsing, and I love you. And on that same topic, I'm going to take a couple minutes to tell you about a project that I've been working really hard on. It's called Love Letters in the City, and it is currently on display at the Twin Oaks Library branch in the Golden Creek neighborhood. It's kind of like those little free libraries you see in neighborhoods where there's a bunch of free books you can take. This one is really similar, except it's full of love letters, anonymous love letters that the community has written to you, to anyone who needs a pick-me-up or wants to feel like someone cares about them. And your host today, April Sullivan, actually contributed multiple very beautiful poems. You can go see those. And if you want to learn more, a great place to go would be the library website or my Instagram. And that's S-A-D-Y, Sadie Sparks on Instagram. Thank you guys so much. Happy National Poetry Month.
And Sadie, you'll also be hosting some workshops at the library. On the library page, you can find out about that.
That's right. I'm hosting workshops all month long.
Yeah.
I'm so obsessed with poetry, and they're just everywhere. Yeah, thank
Thanks,
you.
Sadie. It's so nice to meet you in person.
You too, April.
Okay, next is Christina. Christina Culverhouse, who's been here before, many times on our show.
Hi, I'm Christina. My stage name is Red Traveler. Some of y'all may know that name. I am an artist and a poet. I make wire wrap pendants, I do paintings, I've had shows around town. I'm going to be a featured artist at Fredo ATX on April 5th, playing my flute and reading poetry. And I host a poetry group on Thursdays called Red's Poets at Lazy Days from 1 to 3. And I thought I would read a poem and play the flute if we have time, or if we come back around.
Yeah, maybe we can come back around.
Come back around to
Yeah,
that? Okay.
make sure we get
So-
everybody.
All right, we do have a lot of people in here. Let me get the poem up. Okay, so this is the poem that I wrote at Red's Poets. And so what we do, we give prompts, and then we go around and we all respond to the prompts, and then we share what we wrote. And the prompt for this one was, never forget we are walking in, while gazing at flowers. And we think Rumi might have wrote it. And my response to that is, the deep journey to find yourself can resemble psychosis, but it is just the great awakening into the light of sunflowers, brightening your way down the path of self-discovery, allowing you to complete the existential journey into mind, further into heart, landing in the soul. Finding and facing your demons, they are your lessons. They are your friends. They are you. Look to the flowers. Breathe in love. Exhale gratitude. Let the flowers be the light that guides you to heart over mind. Look to the flowers of gratitude. Feel it deep inside of you. Let it embrace you. Let gratitude become you on your journey to find yourself.
That tied in perfectly with Sadie's. That's amazing.
Yeah.
All right, next we have EB.
Hi there, my name is E.B. Staples. I'm originally from West Palm Beach, Florida, and I'm going to do a poem I call entitled, Why Does Love Hurt? It's going to be accompanied by music by Paul Hardcastle, and the name of the song is Love is a Power.
I can hear it.
Love hurts because we have a heart of flesh. It hurts because we are given life.
There's words on this. On the recording.
Love brings sorrow, which is a result of sadness and grief.
I've contributed.
Thank you.
Love can bring pain, which is
Yeah,
a
it was
result
going out, but we couldn't hear it because our
of
mics were on.
sorrow and grief.
So were you trying to talk over it, or did you know there was?
A heart, it's just music, is a gateway to emotions. A gateway guarded our
The opposite karaoke.
Yeah.
Our heart allows us to feel tempered emotions. Emotions of joy, sorrow,
Our hearts can be pricked, or being, and even broken. We may attempt to guard our hearts from the cares of this world.
You
But
asked
there's
me to
always a constant tug from those around us. Love us because we are alive and have a soul and a body to feel it. If we're simply just flesh and bone with a heart of stone, we would not put a thing. Pain, oh, pain is part of being alive. It's part of the miracle of life. Just as in the pain of birth, when we first enter this earth. We live, we breathe, we have our being. We are fully alive, and we feel it. We all go through some pain at some point in life. But the challenge is not staying there. Staying there in the pain. But rather moving forward. Forward on past the pain. As we walk through the kindling fires of our heart desires, confronting the trials and tribulations of our journey upon this earth. It's only when we stay in the fire, we feel the intense heat and pain. We are severely wounded and scarred. But if we get stuck there in the pain, we need help. We need someone to help pull us out. Someone to heal the hurt and the pain and to bind the wound of our afflictions. As sure as the heart can be burned and broken, it can be healed, mended, and put back together. Just as love hurts, love can heal. Love can be as a two-edged sword. It all depends on how it's applied and the skill of the person applying it. So how do you mend a broken heart? How do you put all the pieces back together again? Only and only with a special kind of love. A God kind of love. A love that sacrificed his only begotten Son on the cross kind of love. A love that defeated death in the grave kind of love. A love that lasts an eternity kind of love. And to experience this love, you must have a heart of flesh, and not a heart of stone. Without a heart, how can you enjoy the many pleasures this world has to offer? For not all pleasures are inherently evil, but rather very, very, very good. No pain, no gain. I will give you a new heart and put a new spirit within you. I will take the heart of stone out of your flesh and give you a heart of flesh. Ezekiel 36:26.
All right, that was E.B.'s poem. And E.B., we were talking over it a little bit. We didn't realize that your
she's on the air.
voice was on that recording, so it was a little confusing at first.
Oh, did I? I thought it was just music.
Right?
I was surprised as well.
Well, thank you for that poem. And I just want to remind everybody you're listening to
No, because
the
I
Yard
agree
Spark
somebody
TX
else was on
Radio
the
Hour.
studio. You'll have
And
to email
we're
her
doing a
co-op
National
address,
Poetry Day.
which
So
is April
up next we have
at
Birdman, who
co-op.org.
flew all the way from Houston to be with us.
Amber, just make sure that's.
Good afternoon. I'm Birdman 313. I'm a poet. I also play the bass guitar. I also, yes, and I also shoot videos. And this poem here, I wrote this poem after visiting Muirwood Forest. It's titled A Day in the Forest.
Alrighty.
Watching and listening as the streams flow down, around and over the breeze in its path. Their destination is well traveled, flowing until they reach the bay, then out into the Pacific Ocean. Tree limbs and branches lay across the streams where they fall. You can hear the crunching sounds of twigs, leaves, and gravel as visitors stroll along the various paths. Many enjoy the piney scent that fills the air. Even the wild animals, birds, and insects enjoy the freedom of this peaceful scenery. The sun tries to peek through the clouds and trees. The tall trees keep the heat from penetrating the forest, keeping the temperature feeling mild. As people stroll along the path, they take pictures and make videos to remember this peaceful day. This was such a relaxing, enjoyable day with the piney scent, rolling streams, tall trees, and colorful bushes. All the world's troubles are forgotten, at least for the moment. No one could have imagined what was about to happen in the next few months. A pandemic was coming to shut down the world. No one would have any idea how long it would last. The mild, cool weather and the beautiful scenery that God placed in this forest will always remain a beautiful memory. Thank you.
Yeah, I want to say about Muir Woods that when my husband Milton and I, who it's his birthday today, he passed away in 2015.
Happy birthday,
April
Milton.
1st is his birthday, so we're celebrating that as well. But we got married in Muir Woods.
Wow, that's
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so great for that. That's so beautiful.
Yeah, so next we have,
This is dedicated to the 16th annual Table Rock Poetry Festival, which will be held April 27th up at the Table Rock Theatre in Salado. Everyone, check it out. This is a conversation between us. You who gather moonlight and seek the spark of bees can find mirrors in the eyes of all living beings. It sparks all hearts to beating drums of partial attention. There will always be hunger, always age and years and growth and decline and leaving. But this is not your story. It is your witness. You note how the arrow hits and is deflected and turns to both rose and thorns simultaneously. The world of your meaning is this world. Husbands, parents, mothers, lovers, the litany of lists hovers. Resolution arrives to make this world less a selfie than a group portrait. For you are connections, all level of wings, historic, cultural, emotional, devotional, and you watch and wait in wonder. Every altar rests upon belief.
I didn't introduce you though, I don't know what name you're going by these days.
Spirit Tom and Daryl
And
Myers.
Daryl on the live guitar there. Okay, we have Trevor.
Hi, I'm Trevor the Rosebud from Castleford, West Yorkshire, England. Probably travelled as far as to be here today. I landed yesterday after being on the go for 24 hours. Everything went well, been a few glitches. And if David Lester Young was listening, I'm on my second car. There was a slight problem with the one last night. It decided it was going to race in first gear and not come out. So first thing this morning it was changed for something a bit smaller, a bit more manageable, and hopefully not as cantankerous. What I'm doing, it's a tour of, I think it was Birdman once said when he introduced me, this guy comes for the Austin Festival, he doesn't go back home after, he travels Texas. And writes, recites, reads and shares his poetry, a true poetry ambassador. And that's what I'll be doing when I leave Austin on the 16th, no it's the 11th. I'll be going out to Midland where I'll be doing a project with KCKM Radio. I shall recite a poem which will be recorded. It will be based on a country song and they'll play the country song afterwards and use it as a recorded programme for free. And this is the type of thing that they will get. Inspired by, and these were actually written in Austin last April, when I'd been to get a SIM card for my cell phone. I'm driving away, it's raining. On a tour like as such, I need to keep in touch. So, cell phone sorted, I'm away. It's raining, miserable start to the day. So as I'm driving along, I think, time for a song. Get the radio to play. Lyrics hit me straight away. Cole Swindle gets it right, singing about the karaoke night. Girl on stage letting it flow, singing Heads Carolina. And he's wondering, would she fall for a boy from South Georgia? Then thinking, hey, I got a Chevy, she can flip a quarter. I drive her anywhere from here to California. And now she had him at Heads Carolina, a musical treat, so upbeat. And I'm thinking there's nothing finer, I know, when I've got country music on the go. And I'm doing a roam of my spiritual home. And to my delight I'm thinking, all right. And what would the car be doing with me singing? If I had a Chevy and she put the quarter, would she fall for the boy from West Yorkshire? And nothing really could be finer than if she had me at Heads Carolina. And that song ends, it's still raining. I ain't complaining. Yeah, I ain't blue because I've plenty to do. Then from bars to the film cars, along comes Rascal Flatts singing, life is a highway. He wants to drive it all night long, singing life's like the road you travel on. When there's one day here, the next day gone, sometimes you bend, sometimes you stand, sometimes you turn your back to the wind from plains and mountains and drive where you will. There's always something over the next hill. Never hesitate, keep on the interstate. Just gimme that open road, my mind travelling mode. Going's good, all that power under the hood. Don't forget to slow down and take care when going through town. Then once more on the plane, give the engine some gun again. So I'll go on meeting every high and low, every twist and turn, and I learn, yes, life is a highway, but I may not want to drive it all night long, but I'm sure I'm going to drive it my way. Thank you.
Sure, yeah. Picture of everybody's
Oh, yeah, of course. No one believes unless they see the picture.
Yeah, what grade is it?
Photograph.
Are we doing on this wall?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Oh, I love that you made this. I love this card, yeah.
Maybe a device to use.
A device, as they call them, call them cameras anymore, it's a device. Come on, front row. Come on, Celia.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do.
I think we have to huddle in.
He's had a little
I'm going to try.
I'm gonna stand behind Tom.
Oh, yeah, okay. Tall people, all right. Okay, will you fit? That's the question.
Everybody know they get a little closer.
Okay, I actually have you all in there.
Wow, amazing.
Isn't that amazing? Technology being what it is.
I know, that's how my phone works.
When I go 1, 2, 3, I'm going to shoot at 2.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
One of the kind people that let us use search for this time next week. Thank you.
What is it? 8 minutes less I can give you.